Hey guys, it's Huntin for Games, and this is our weekly news update that I started last week. So, figured it'd be a fun way to start off every week with just a quick couple bullet points. This is unscripted, just kind of listed some stuff I want to talk about. Cool stuff that's happening in the gaming world, stuff that's happening on the channel, stuff that's happened with me, just whatever. As I warned you guys, this is unscripted, so it may get a little off the walls. I'm just kind of listing out bullet points, but I figured it'd be a fun way to start off the week. So, first things first, sorry about the mess if you can see this. I've tried to crop it as much as possible, but we got like a huge snowstorm coming tomorrow with like 2 feet of snow possibly. So we had to get everything out of the garage so we could fit both cars in the garage, which is awesome that we have a garage now. But that means a lot of the stuff's like in here right behind me. Regardless, on to the games. And we got some cool stuff to... Wow. Gonna have to work on that as my natural reaction to stuttering through some stuff. But we are going to get into the game stuff now. Yeah. Cool stuff to talk about this week, though. So PS4 updates 4.5 for the system, the console. This is a big one. And adds external hard drive functionality, which is sweet. It's huge. You can play games off the external hard drive, meaning if you have an 8 terabyte external hard drive, you could use that on your PS4 now. Probably less than that, but any size, that's great news. That's huge win for PS4 users everywhere, that we can now use an external hard drive to save and play all our games. It was one of the huge selling points of the PS4 Pro for me, was that it had a slightly larger hard drive. So that's awesome. That's great news for everybody. Also, kind of just like hidden there, you can now set screenshots from your games on your PS4 as your background. It's in like themes, custom settings. I did it with an Uncharted 4 screenshot. Looks awesome. I really like the themes. I think they've got some cool themes. But every once in a while, you just want to do something that like feels more personal to you. So right now, it's only screenshots, not like Facebook profile pictures of your dogs, which, I don't know, may come eventually. I don't know if you like loaded up Facebook and then took a screenshot. That might work. You might be able to make it work. But regardless, it's a cool new feature. I don't know why it took us like 2 or 3 years to get there, whatever. And then the big one for me, PS4 Pro Boost Mode. So PS4 Pro, up until this point, has only really supported titles that it officially is being labeled as having support for. Developers have gone back and added in, at least tweaked graphic options, maybe a higher resolution or faster frame rate kind of things for the PS4 Pro. There's now a PS4 Pro Boost option that's in the like settings of the PS4 that in theory will just boost performance of any game that plays on the console. Now, this will affect mostly games that have uncapped or unlimited frame rates that weren't quite hitting 60 all the time. They may now be more stable and reach 60 more often, or reach 60 if they never did before. From what I've seen so far, this works great. They do kind of warn that like if you're experiencing problems with any of the games you play, please turn it off. It's obviously, although officially supported, they're like, we're not sure how this is going to perform on all of the games that are on the PS4. It's a huge library of titles now, so obviously that's not a big surprise. But so far I haven't seen any problems. Huge benefit to any PS4 Pro owner now that it just benefits all old games, whether they've been supported officially by the developer or not. So cool stuff for the PS4 this week. Anybody have that update? It came out, I think, on like Tuesday. Got any cool screenshot backgrounds you've been using? Let me know in the comments. What do you think of the external hard drive stuff? Does anybody have an external hard drive just lying around that they've tried to plug in yet? I don't know if there are any requirements on what kind of hard drive it has to be. I'm assuming they format it when you plugged in and wipe the whole thing, but I don't know. Let me know if anybody's tried it out. Hit me up in the comments with what that is going on with that. Nintendo had some big stuff. Now, obviously, the Switch came out about a week and a half ago at this point, and it's been having a couple issues depending on who you are and what review sites you're reading. A lot of people have been complaining that their left Joy-Con is desyncing, among other minor issues. So Nintendo finally actually responded. The Reggie, our dear Reggie, how do you pronounce his last name? Filame? I'm not really sure. Nintendo Reggie. His official response in a Time interview, just gonna kind of read this like bullet points. First, we've seen the increase, and we are here in the Americas looking for all the information we can get on our hands on. We are in the oh my god, I can't read. This is like high school all over again. We are in the early days of a system launch, and so for us, we want as much consumer feedback as possible. We are directing consumers to contact us through Nintendo. Why am I so bad at this? Jesus. contact us through Nintendo support for any and all potential questions they may have. Basically, they're saying, we want info on the issues. Please contact us directly. I think they're having an issue. As a developer, I kind of see this sometimes, where people are reporting on forums, they're reporting on websites, YouTube videos, all the problems they're seeing, which isn't super helpful to Nintendo if it's not going through official channels. So they're saying, please contact us through Nintendo support. We're trying to get as much information as possible so we can make an informed decision. On the Joy-Con syncing, they specifically said, all I can tell you is that we are aware of and have seen some of the reports. We're asking consumers a lot of questions. That's why we want to get consumers on our line so we can get as much information to understand the situation as possible. And so we are in fact-finding mode. Fact-finding mode is his words, to really understand the situation and the scenarios. With that information, we'll look and see what the next steps are. They're still trying to figure out how widespread this is, who's experiencing the issue, what kind of situation they have in the environment they're experiencing it. They're trying to figure out if it's interference. Is it the Joy-Con itself? Is it the Switch? Is it the fact that TVs have Wi-Fi? Who knows? So in a follow-up statement, apparently I'm reading here that Nintendo said the number of Joy-Con replacement or repair requests received was not significant, and it's consistent with what we've seen so far with any new hardware we've launched. So according to Nintendo, please contact through direct channels of customer Nintendo support if you're experiencing any problems. But their official statement is, so far, it hasn't really seemed that bad from their standpoint. They're looking into it. They're trying to see what's going on. Tablet, the screen scratching issue that some people have reported. Honestly, I only saw that in one spot, really. But again, they say we've done hundreds and hundreds of events showcasing the Switch, taking the Switch places, and he states that I asked all my teams, have we seen this in our own experience, the scratching on the screens? And the canned answer has been no. So officially, according to Nintendo, they're not aware of that issue being widespread. If they start seeing reports come in through their channels, they'll look into it. Blah, blah, blah. It also talked about the standalone dock, the dock that comes with the Switch where you can plug it into the TV. They were selling that separately if you wanted to have it in multiple places in the house. And I really want to do that. I want to have one upstairs and down here as well. So far, it went off the website, and Nintendo did respond being like, it's just out of stock. Sorry, it's out of stock. That's not unusual for Nintendo. They're terrible with, quantity of how many things are going to sell. So production quantity is not ramping up as quickly as they would hope, according to Reggie. So it's just availability. They're trying to get back on track with that. Some other stuff, but honestly, that's the important stuff. That's enough about Nintendo. So the big deal is they're at least aware and responding to the issues that people have been saying with the left Joy-Con and the desyncing, which, according to friends and reviews, is more widespread than they're admitting so far. But they're looking into it. They might be in PR mode a little bit, which I can't blame them for, while they look into the issue and whether or not it's a widespread hardware thing or a software thing or what's going on. So moving on, Steam reviews. Steam reviews no longer count unless you've purchased a game from Steam. So a lot of people are super pissed off about this. I don't really get why. Please let me know in the comments, in as nice a way as possible, why, if you're one of the people that's affected by this and you're frustrated, why are you so frustrated? Because the two things I see, I could see this bumming out users that bought the game from another source and they just wanted to share their thoughts in as many venues as possible and went on Steam and reviewed the game that they have played, just, not a game that they own through Steam. Okay. I can also see this kind of cleaning up reviews, as funny as they are, and Steam reviews can be hilarious. I've read some really awesome Steam reviews about the most random things. But this could actually clean them up and make them useful for, determining whether or not I'm going to like a game. Will it? Probably not. They're still going to be goofy. But I see what they're trying to do, and I'm not really that upset. I think a lot of people are still going to write funny reviews for games they own. Let me know what your thoughts are. A lot of people seem more pissed about this than I would have thought. I would have thought this is a standard thing these days. In fact, I didn't even know if people could review Steam games if they didn't own them. I didn't know that was a thing. I would have been doing that for a while now, just reviewing random things. What are my other notes? My PlayStation Plus sub is running out. That's a bummer. But actually, I don't know why I put that on here, but I did see a deal today for 3 free months of PlayStation Plus and 3 months of Showtime on the PlayStation Vue. I don't know if that comes with PlayStation Vue also for 3 months. I don't know. But if you buy a year of PlayStation Plus through Sony right now, which I might have to just do anyway, might be worth checking out if anybody's running low on their subscription like I am. I usually see a lot of deals that I try to get for $42, $40 for for a year of PlayStation Plus, which is probably a better deal than what this is because I don't really plan on using the Showtime. But it's still better than just buying it outright for full price and not getting anything. So might be worth a look-see. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, weather is looking like kind of crazy tomorrow, like tons of snow. So what's everybody's favorite snow day game? What's really weird for me, I always think of Resident Evil. That sounds so dumb, but like back in college one day, I came down, there was like 2 feet of snow, and I came down to have breakfast, and like my 3 roommates were already sitting in sweatpants playing Resident Evil 1 on the PlayStation. And they're just like, it's snow day, we're playing Resident Evil. Like, it was the most normal thing in the world that would be the first thing we jumped to is PlayStation 1 Resident Evil. And we played through the whole damn game. We didn't have shit to do that day. It was like 10 hours, we just played Resident Evil. Would have been less. It was just funny, but something about being like, you're trapped inside, you're trapped in the mansion. It all just kind of makes sense. It feels like a good snow day game. But it's not very snowy in the game, so I don't know. What's your favorite snow day game? Side note, oh my god, I saw Logan last week. I loved it. I loved it. It was awesome. No spoilers in the comments, please, but did you see it? Did you like it? I've heard some complaints that sound totally justifiable, but I loved it. It was awesome. What do you guys think? Let me know if you've seen it, if you plan to see it, what your favorite X-Men movie is, whatever. I thought it was so good. I still have to see Apocalypse. I heard it was like okay, so I haven't really jumped on it, but I got to watch it now because I feel like I'm missing out. If you're an X-Men, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman fan, any of those, go check it out. Way different than I expected from the previews. The previews had me thinking one thing and ended up being pretty different, but awesome. So, anyways, that's pretty much it. What have you guys been playing this week? I've been pretty much consumed by Zelda Breath of the Wild, playing almost nothing else. Snuck in a little Final Fantasy 14 to make some progress on Ninja, which was fun. And I needed that kind of break from Zelda or I'm going to go crazy. But that's pretty much it. It's been a lot of Zelda. So this week, we've got probably Zelda like top tips kind of video. I thought about doing an impressions video and I said I was going to last week. The impressions are, it's great. It's awesome. You guys have seen reviews. It's getting 9s and 10s all over the place. I love it. I can't stop playing it. To the point where I think I'm actually going to finish it and like be able to give a review. And I'd rather finish it, review the game, than give like an impressions now that I'm like 20, 25 hours in. I've been playing a lot, so it feels kind of silly. But I think a top tips video will be just as impression filled because I'll constantly be like mentioning stuff that I like and don't like. See, I did it again. Why is that the default? Stuff I do and don't like about the game. And at the same time, giving some like helpful tips because it is a very big game. And there's a lot of different, not Zelda-y kind of things that I'm not really used to. It's been taking me a while to grasp some of those tips. I'm kind of hoping some tips to bounce back my way because I'm struggling in certain areas. So I'm hoping somebody has some ideas. Anyways, kind of rambled there for a second, but been still loving the Switch. Loving Zelda on the Switch. Still haven't bought any other games for the Switch, but it's all been good so far. But seriously, let me know in the comments what you guys are playing this week. Favorite snow day game. What was the other thing? Logan. PS4 update. And what you think about Reggie's Nintendo Switch official statement? Was it too much? Was it not enough? Is it not through the right channels? Did it take too long? Like, what do you think? Personally, I'm glad they said something. That's better than Nintendo has done in the past. I think they waited a little bit too long. Maybe they're just trying to figure out what was going on before they jumped in those waters. But it's a good sign that they said something. It's a good sign that they're looking at it. I'd like to have a follow-up statement from there. I'd also like for it to have come out a little closer to the actual launch day. But, I mean, that's just nitpicking. Let me know what you guys think. Anyways, let me know if you like this kind of format of video. Obviously, this is unscripted, so it takes a little longer, and I just kind of roll with like stuff I want to talk about. But I like putting these out. I want to get out more videos each week, and I do like talking about game news and what's going on in the gaming world. So I figured, every Monday night I'd throw this out. I was going to do Sunday night, but so much shit happens Monday that I want to start out the week with this kind of stuff, but also I want to get like, the oomph news. I don't want it to be like last Tuesday some stuff happened, which is kind of like with the PS4 stuff, but regardless. Monday nights. It's going to be Monday nights coming out Tuesday at noon. So check back every Tuesday at noon. Next video is coming Thursday. It'll probably be the Zelda top tips. And then Saturday, I think we got another Final Fantasy 11 video. But I haven't decided yet, so check back to see what that one is. Anyways, seriously, thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys next week for Hunt for Gaming News. Peace. Also, Waffles, puppy, He's about 10 inches tall. He will be buried in snow, and I will get videos. You'll see him. All right, seriously, I'm out. Have a good one. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, you should totally think about subscribing. I've got videos coming out twice a week, and if you like this one, there's at least a chance you'll like some of the others that are very similar to this, so live dangerously. Let me know what you guys thought about the video in the comments and other videos you'd like to see. And finally, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Huntin for Games to keep up with all the latest stuff. See ya.